guarantee whether you get deferred or probation or prison is up entirely to the judge, correct?
Correct.
Regarding the PSI, we had reviewed that together, correct?
Correct.
You're former military.
Yes.
And how many years have you served?
28.
And what field or
Air Force air transportation.
aside from military service, have you ever worked in law enforcement?
Yes.
What agency position?
A Bear County detention officer.
You had provided some documents to me. I'm going to show you a few documents. You recognize these documents, which is Defendant's Exhibit 1 through 6. Recognize these documents?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to show the state if they have any objection to them.
State has no objection.
What is, before I introduce them,
Okay.
what is this document here?
Serving in Afghanistan certificate.
What is this document that I labeled Exhibit 2? What is this?
Certificate of assisting a funeral detail for special forces.
It's exhibit number 3 I have marked here. What is
This is
this?
a combination medal from the Air Force.
And these other 3 are pictures, 4, 5, and 6. What are these pictures of?
Pictures of Afghanistan and UCSO picture.
I move to introduce these exhibits. And Your Honor, I have a few more documents that have some information that I'd rather not go into the court file for public record.
All right.
If
So
I-
with regards to defense exhibits 1 through 6, would you just like me to review the exhibits and not have them put into evidence so that he can have them back?
That's fine, Your Honor.
All right. So I'll just review.
Now, this is where things heat up. The judge fires a direct question. You knew it was over, so why couldn't you let go? That's not just emotion, it's assessment. Judges do this to test sincerity. Are we hearing genuine remorse or just justification? His story, bringing chocolates and waiting outside her home, sounds care on the surface but reads like fixation underneath. So what do you think? Should PTSD factor into this behavior, or is this more about control and trauma? Let's hear your take.
The VA.
And you currently have appointments scheduled upcoming with the VA?
Yes, sir.
Any of these mental health therapy treatment sessions?
Yes, sir.
What are they treatment sessions for?
For PTSD, anxiety, and depression.
Your Honor, I have a documents I didn't want to put in court file. It's sensitive. Could I show this to you without standing
Have you
objection?
reviewed those?
I'll review them, Judge. And we have no objection to the judge reviewing this.
Sure. Mr. Escarino, have you ever deployed overseas?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been deployed into combat zones?
Yes, sir.
Where were your deployments?
June through November 2011, Bagram, Afghanistan.
Are you currently disabled through the military?
Yes, sir.
What's your disability rating?
90.
Are you asking this court to grant your application for deferred or probation?
Yes, sir.
You had acknowledged guilt in this case, correct?
Yes, sir.
You knew that there was a protective order and you should not have broken it.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything you want to tell this judge?
I'm sorry for the actions that I done and violating the protective order. But I haven't been myself since I got back. So I've been fighting a lot of demons within myself. And the psychologist told me that when I went to see her on March 4th, that I explained to her my situation and what I'm going through and the legal problems. She said that there's a lot of PTSD fingerprints all over everything in my life. So I need to seek counseling and therapy for these issues before I can move on to, if I do need somebody else, that I'll, help myself and be a better person.
If the judge grants your application, do you ever plan on having contact with the complainant in this case?
No, sir, never again, no.
Pass the witness.
Any questions?
State has no questions.
All right. I have a few. So I've read the PSI report.
Yes, sir.
In the PSI report, the complainant states that her tires used to be slashed. And she said the only time her tires stopped being slashed was when you were on GPS. So did you slash your tires?
No, ma'am.
And then my other question is, according to this, you were previously married to Reyes, correct?
She's my ex-wife.
All right. And Reyes wanted to end the relationship with you, and you had issues with that. And then now, with regards to the complainant in this case, they wanted to end the relationship with you, and you had issues with that. And even when they had a protective order, you still would come around. And from what I'm reading in the PSI report, it says that you knew. In your version of events, it says he states he knew he was not to contact her in person, email, or text, and to stay 600 feet away from her apartment and where she works. He states he continued to contact her again in April 2023 by sitting in his vehicle watching her. When asked why he had contact with the victim, he states he did not want another failed relationship and wanted to work things out with her. I don't understand what you don't understand when people, how old are you?
And there it is, 3 years in prison. The judge goes below the prosecution's recommendation, clearly weighing his military service. But this is still a conviction, and the record will follow him long after release. It's a moment that shows the constant tension judges face. Compassion versus consequence. So, did she strike the right balance, or did leniency undercut accountability?
55 and
All right, so I don't understand what you don't understand when people say a relationship is over, it's over. And the complainant in this case, do you have any children with her?
no, ma'am.
So what did you not understand when there's a protective order in place?
This is where it gets intense. The judge is basically saying, you knew it was over, so why couldn't you let go? And she's right to press here. Judges often test for remorse versus rationalization. The defendant's explanation, bringing chocolates, sitting outside her home, is textbook obsessive behavior masked as affection. Viewers, what do you think? Should PTSD explain this pattern, or is this deeper emotional control at play? Drop your thoughts below.
According to the PSI report, you knew that meant you were not to have contact with her. And even in your version of events, you say you try to get back with her, even though the relationship was ended in January. And then on Valentine's Day, you go to her apartment, you leave chocolates at her door. And then at that point, you know there's a protective order and you're still following her, and she sees it as spying. She says that she lost her job because of you, and it took her a year to get that job back through her union, and for her union fighting for her to get her job back.
That's
So I don't understand. Explain to me why it appears you don't understand what that protective orders, when they're entered and you're not supposed to have contact with someone.
yes, ma'am.
I want you to explain to me why you think that means that. I know the protective order says I can't have contact with them, but I'm still trying to get back together with them anyway.
Yes, ma'am. Can I explain a little bit?
Yes. Oh, no, that's what I want. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with you.
First of all, my ex-wife, she got pregnant very soon with my daughter. So I stayed with her to work it out and be a family with her. But it didn't work out. She didn't like to cook or clean. And she was raised by her grandma. So it's not that she ended it. I ended it because she had an affair. She brought somebody over to our home while I took the kids to Calaveras with her family. She made up a story that she had to work late Saturday. When I got back, I had put digital voice recorders in the home, and lo and behold, I found noises upstairs where she had brought the man over.
Okay. Why did you put digital voice recorders in your home?
Because I was trying to find out if she was talking to somebody, because we weren't being intimate no more. That's the only reason. And that's how I ended the divorce. I filed divorce when I found out she committed adultery.
Okay.
And, with this one, with Stephanie, I didn't make her lose her job, ma'am. She was drinking every day. I tried to get her to stop drinking, but she was alcoholic, and she would constantly call in to work. If you were to ask her, she would show you the reports of her call-ins at work at the post office, and I had nothing to do with her losing her job. at that point. But the fact that she's a narcissist and a manipulator. I know you won't believe me in that, but that's the actual truth about her. And I try to make it work with her because I did care about her and I love her, and I wanted to be a
So
figure.
let me ask you this. When did you find out that she was a narcissist and a manipulator? How far into the relationship?
Probably like maybe 6 months, 5, 6 months. But I try to overlook it. I
All right.
didn't
So,
understand it.
so let me ask you this. So did you know, according to you, that she was a narcissist and a manipulator
Since you like to see
before
it
the, wait a
differently.
minute, stop. Did you know that she was a narcissist, according to you, and a manipulator before that protective order was in place?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So protective order is in place. You know, this person is a narcissist and a manipulator, and you still won't let them go, even though they've broken up with you. Explain that to me.
I can just say that I was trying to overlook it, I thought maybe being there for their lover, take care of her and her kids, and be a better person with her, that these things would go away.
Your Honor, so if I may,
Yes.
uh, uh, Mr. Escarino, when you were interviewed by a detective regarding this case, correct?
Yes, sir.
In the detective interview room, I had shown you video of that, correct?
Yes, sir.
And the detective had been asking similar questions that this judge had, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you had put your face into a wall and you started to cry, correct?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I believe that Mr. Escarino has women relationship problems. He is very needy, but a detective was asking pretty much similar questions you're asking, and he broke down. He was crying in the interview room. He did admit, he did confess to this case. He took a plea. I think that treatment is necessary for him going forward. He's engaged in treatment, mental health treatment. He has a session on the 25th of this month. He's been doing in-person visits and telephone home visits. He's actively engaged with therapy, Your Honor.
All right. So here's my question. I'm
Yes,
looking
sir.
at your history.
Yes, ma'am.
There was an assault bodily injury married case, and I'm assuming that's related to the person you were married to. Is that correct or no?
No, ma'am. It was an ex-girlfriend of 3 years, Natalie Pacheco.
All right. And Natalie Pacheco. All right. So Natalie Pacheco, that's somebody completely different from the person you were married to, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
All right. So that's a third person. Because you have your wife, you have Natalie, and then you have the person, the current person. All right. So with that person, you were placed on deferred adjudication for assault, a bodily injury married. And it says here that you rejected Veterans Treatment Court.
I didn't reject it, ma'am. What happened was they sent me the first time. I didn't acknowledge the PTSD issues. I wasn't understanding what I was going through, and I had a peace officer's license, so they sent me a second time to admit to it that I had PTSD, but was afraid to lose the license. So I thought, because of my mentality, my mental health was gonna have me lose that license. That's why I got denied. I didn't turn it down.
And Your Honor, the license you're referring to, the peace officer, that's when you were actively employed with Berry County Sheriff's Office,
Yes.
correct?
All right. So you were placed on deferred adjudication on that case
Yes, ma'am.
for 18 months, and that's 2012. What did you learn? Because I'm sure it's an assault bodily injury married case. They probably gave you the BIPP course, right?
I don't know what you, I'm sorry.
They gave you something to deal with your anger management.
Briefly, yes, ma'am. It was not VA. I wasn't in the VA yet.
No. When you're on probation for deferred adjudication for an assault family violence case, usually and legally, they have to give you an anger management course.
Yes, ma'am. Right.
So you received an anger management course, am I correct?
Yes, ma'am. I believe so.
All right. And then they would have given you counseling for any other issues you had if you would have asked for it. So what did you learn from being on deferred adjudication in that case?
For the deferred education, I just realized the mistake that I made with her, and
All right, let's pause for a second. The defense is going all in on humanizing the defendant, highlighting his military background, PTSD, and efforts toward rehabilitation. It's a classic move designed to make him look redeemable rather than dangerous. But here's the key detail. The judge hasn't officially accepted those military exhibits into evidence. That's not an oversight, it's intentional. She's acknowledging his service without letting it legally soften the case just yet. That's what you call quiet judicial discipline.
Think about protecting all persons who are involved. These are all things that I think about. And this is not the first time that you've had.
And there it is, 3 years in prison. The judge cuts below the prosecution's request out of respect for his service, but make no mistake, this is still a conviction with lasting consequences. This moment captures the emotional tug-of-war judge's face, balancing compassion for trauma with accountability for actions. Did she make the right call going lighter? Or does this send the wrong message about repeated violations? Let's talk about it.
At this charge, and I don't know what I can say to you or stress to you that would make you follow rules. Because when you think about it, protective orders, those are rules. Those are orders for you to stay away from somebody or not to do something. And in your past, you've had that. And this is not the first complainant where you haven't been able to let go. The court is going to find you guilty. The court is going to order no contact with Stephanie Juarez Palacios. The court will sentence you to 3 years in the prison, and the court will give you credit for any time served. And I'll put in here the for him to be considered for mental health treatment at the prison. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. We can go off the record. The state was asking for 4 years. I gave you 3. And let me explain to you why I went underneath the cap. Because I do respect your military service, and I do respect the fact that you have been in treatment and trying to get your life together. All right, good luck to you. 200 grams, that's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
In the interest of justice, that would be our request, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, Mr. Hassel presents himself here, accepting full responsibility and wishing to put this matter behind him by beginning this community supervision offer.
All right. So how many children do you have?
I have 2, Your Honor.
What are their ages?
23 and 20
All right. If you were released today, who would you be living with?
with my cousin.
Does your cousin have any criminal history?
No, sir. Excuse me, Your Honor. No, ma'am.
That's okay. Mom always says when people address me as sir, that means that they're nervous.
Okay.
So settle down.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. So these tattoos you have, do they have significant meaning? And you know what I mean.
Yes, I do.
All right. All right. So there's going to be a gang supervision. You understand?
Sure.
All right. So are you currently active?
No, ma'am.
And which gang?
Or it's previous game. I'm no longer involved in.
All right. Well, what previous game?
ATM.
ATM, like the ATM machine?
Like the ATM as in the football team.
All right. All right. Have you ever been employed?
Yes, of course.
Doing what?
All sorts of things. Tattoos, artists, mechanics.
Did you do any of your own tattoos?
I did.
Which ones?
They're on my legs.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think I need to see that, but I was going to tell you whether or not, based upon your tattoos that you've done, whether or not you should get more education in that field or maybe decide something new.
Thank you.
All right. What's your drug of choice?
None anymore.
Well, when you're in the free world,
It was
because I know it's a little bit hard to make drugs at the jail. So what was your drug of choice?
heroin.
How often were you using?
every day.
So is the last day you stopped using when you were arrested?
That's correct.
How far did you go in school?
To 10th grade.
Why did you drop out?
Um, really no reasons.
Okay. All right. Do you have any questions of your client?
No, Your Honor.
All right. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to sentence you to 10 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 10 years. There's $1,000 fine that will be probated. $57 restitution to SAPD for drug testing. 200 hours of community service restitution. Probation, I will only allow him to buy out 100 of those hours. The rest you will have to do. And if you're buying out those hours, the court puts it at $7.25 per hour. And I suggest the San Antonio Food Bank, but if there's another charity you wish to donate to, you can.
Sure.
And I only choose the San Antonio Food Bank because I know there's some issues with food shortage. We're going to do a gang supervision. There should be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. If he's not accepted in gang supervision, then it's going to be field visits one time per month for at least 6 months, and then probation. If you want to do something less than that, just submit it to the court. There's going to be a TAP evaluation, and that's going to take place in custody. If the TAP we're going to follow recommendations of the TAP evaluations. Proof of employment within 45 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. Does your cousin live by himself?
No, he lives with his wife and kids.
How many children?
2.
What are their ages?
I believe under the age of 10. But he has a back house that's separate from the house that I would be staying. And they don't go back there.
All right. So here's the thing. I don't know if I want him living there or not, because I take people as human beings when they come before me, but you have the drug problem. You have